The year is 1320 AD. The Byzantine economy has been steadily recovering, and with a tax hike set by Andronikos II, the empire finally has money to spare. Since the start of Andronikos II's reign, the empire had faced serious economic decline, causing him to practically disband the army and navy. This was a terrible blunder that left the empire weak, with almost half of its land lost. The empire was completely open to foreign attacks. These harsh lessons were finally learned by the aging emperor, who had reinstated a core professional army to safeguard the empire's borders. Around 2,000 in the Balkans, and 1,000 men for what's left in Anatolia. Despite these improvements in governance, the younger generation see Andronikos II as an inept leader due to his previous failures. In October of 1320 AD, Michael IX, the designated successor and co-emperor, was struck into deep depression by grave news, dying the same year. His son, Manuel, was accidentally killed by his brother, Andronikos III. This was due to Andronikos III's suspicion related to his mistress, who he suspected had additional lovers. And so he hired a band of men to punish those who stepped in the mistress's home. One of the lovers turned out to be his brother, Manuel, who was killed by the band before they were able to recognize him. Michael IX's depression and death over his dead son would cause Andronikos II to disinherit his grandson, Andronikos III, choosing Michael IX's brother, Constantine, as the successor. Andronikos III is later imprisoned, after his plot to overthrow the emperor is discovered. The grandson is able to escape, establishing a base near Adrianople with his allies John Cantacuzene and Sejanus, who had governorships in Thrace. The civil war begins. With rumors of an army led by Sejanus that is ready to march on Constantinople, Andronikos II enters negotiations with his grandson. In June 1321, an agreement was reached, partitioning the empire. Andronikos III would rule from Adrianople, effectively in control of eastern Thrace. In 1321, Sejanus decided to switch sides as he felt neglected, being overshadowed by John Cantacuzene despite his contributions. Additionally, the rumor that Andronikos III tried to seduce Sejanus' wife must have been a driving factor. Sejanus was given the title Megas II. This defection gave the confidence for Andronikos II to restart hostilities against his grandson. Despite this setback, Andronikos III is able to gather large support by abolishing the heavy taxes set by his grandfather. With the civil war back on, foreign powers began to take advantage of the situation, with Bulgaria invading Thrace, capturing Philippopolis, although the city was recaptured a year later. Andronikos III continues to grow in support and territory, gaining several cities in the area of Constantinople. With the situation worsening for Andronikos II, he is forced to make concessions. In July of 1322 at Epibates, an agreement is reached. Andronikos III is to be elevated as co-emperor, and the status quo was restored. Sejanus is left in an awkward position, and is later exposed to be plotting against Andronikos II to seize the throne himself. He is sentenced to life imprisonment, due to all of Byzantium's resources being directed at the civil war. The expected minor recovery of Anatolia planned by Andronikos II never took shape. A year later, in May, the Ottomans continued to exploit the Byzantine civil war and capture the city of Prusias, opening the doors for further conquest in Paphlagonia. The wealthy city of Prusa also fell to the Ottomans in 1326, becoming their new capital. The cities of Nicaea and Nicomedia were now under siege as well. Despite these events in Anatolia, in 1327 hostilities resumed, with Andronikos II asking Serbia to aid him. Bulgaria would side with the younger Andronikos, who would be able to secure the Macedonian territories after some battles, culminating in the seizure of Thessalonika, where in January 1328, Andronikos III and his commander, John Cantacuzene, entered the city in triumph. By this point, one side had clearly gained the upper hand, poised to win the civil war, the senior emperor became increasingly desperate, even asking Bulgaria for aid. Hearing this, Andronikos III hurriedly marches to Constantinople, and during the night outside the city, he's able to bribe a guard to open the gates, seizing the capital. On May 24, 1328, Andronikos II was forced to abdicate, ending his long reign. 2 years later, the old emperor would be taken to a monastery. This made Andronikos III the sole emperor. The costly civil war drained the empire's resources and directly resulted in the loss of all major cities in Anatolia. However, not all was lost, and the empire could make a strong rebound with the energetic new emperor. If you want to relive this tumultuous period, and perhaps change it for the better, join our Roblox Byzantine group, where you can experience Constantinople and participate in large-scale battles.